Oh, hey there, guys. So today we're renaming this the HDMI cord. Realistically, I'm not renaming it. We are just changing what HDMI stands for. So this is going to be kind of a new, groundbreaking movement for the Wiplish language. We are not changing the actual acronym HDMI for, like, I can still say that. However, we're changing what it means. So HDMI means something other than what I'm going to change it to. I don't even care about looking it up because I'm about to wipe it from existence. So, like, I'm not even going to look. And if it is exactly what I'm changing it to, then it's already perfect, and English is allowed to assign a punishment to me because they definitely would have nailed it. But what we will be changing HDMI to, the cable that you're plugging in to connect two devices to display something, it's obviously going to be changed to horny dipshit misses insertions, because that is so accurate. It is incredible. Let me go through this step by step. We start with horny, okay? Well, naturally that's going to apply to a lot of people in general. However, it's very appropriate when you are using an HDMI cord. Never have you wanted to get something in more, like you are really trying to plug that shit in, like you're really trying to penetrate, and you never have a deeper desire to get it in than when you're trying to plug in an HDMI, especially when it's being difficult. Like, you are primal when you're trying to get an HDMI cord in and you're struggling. So that's why horny is the start. Then we've got D for dipshit, because that's what the HDMI cord makes everyone feel like. I mean, you'll try to plug it in. You're like, okay, that didn't work. Must be the other side, right? Well, another failure. Switch it again. Sometimes they'll work there. Sometimes still works. Couple more rotations, cycling through that. Eventually you'll get it to work, especially if you keep shifting whatever you're trying to plug into. Leaning over, getting a light, something like that, but rarely does it go in right away. It should be simple, never is. Especially like my setup. I've got a lot of monitors, I've got a lot of consoles that I use for work, so I have to be constantly plugging and unplugging stuff in like a kind of cramped setup, and usually I can't actually see the HDMI port that I'm plugging the cable into, so I can't really see. I'm just jamming, not being able to see. I don't want to shift up everything. So just blindly being an idiot, usually trying to put an HDMI cable in. And that's where M comes in, misses. That one's pretty self-explanatory. Like, you never are successful right away. You're missing the insertions, which is the final I. And that's exactly what you're trying to do. So that's the explanation for horny dipshit misses insertions. And I also like it because, one, it applies to the cable, but then also you can take that into other walks of life and give it a little bit more versatility. You can apply it to other scenarios. I'm interested to see if you guys can think of some good scenarios to toss that in through. Make sure to include those in the comments. As always, I will be selecting one to highlight in the next video. And before we move on to the comment of the day from yesterday, I am going to also have to, while we're on the subject of horny dipshits, give a little speech for myself, because if you're interested in said horny dipshit, I'm, kind of the big deal, If you notice this shirt, it does say basketball grade state champions. Got this baby in 7th grade. Won the state tourney, so if you're trying to breed and make a new breed of athlete, look no further. And now for our comment for today. It's actually a very good one. It comes from Gavin, yet again, and I think this has got to be some of Gavin's best work thus far. He said, next person who doesn't get loco-locked and turns up Robin my picanha will be put into a final like Bovis. You heard it here first, although if this is used against me in the court of law, I plead the fifth. Lastly, this is your most guy-read word change yet, completely ridiculous, and will be a tough change for me to implement into my everyday life. Rip Grandpa Whip with a heart. And also, side note, I had to say that like 3 times because Rip Grandpa Whip does not flow off the tongue very easily. But we have a tremendous comment from Gavin here. I don't have a whole lot to critique. I don't really think there was even really mistakes in this one, and he actually spelled all the Wiplish correctly. Oh, never mind. I just looked at the comment again. He definitely misspelled picanha. He said picanha. So we do actually have to dock him The scoring after I just spotted that word is still going to be quite high. We're going to give him a 9.69 out of 12. Appreciate the comment. Now for the song of the day. Song of the day is Sway by the Magna Carta Cartel, which is a very interesting band. It's kind of like soft rock somewhat. Their vocals are always very soothing and smooth, as well as usually pretty vague, but the instrumentation in this band is incredible, and Sway is just a gorgeous song.
You sway.
So that's the song of the day. Now for the video of the day, we have a segment from Kroll Show, which is no longer airing, but it was a show that I truly enjoyed, and it's one of the publicity skits, and it is just comedy. It really is. Gonna play a little sample clip, but I would definitely recommend checking this out, and there will probably be some Kroll Show clips featured moving on in the video of the day in the future too.
Why would you show up to work wearing salmon when you knew that, like, honestly, one of the other executives was wearing salmon? I heard that salmon is healthy for you, but apparently too much can make you sick.
I wear salmon all on my own, okay? And I'm swimming upstream, and instead of seeing another salmon, I'm seeing a bear.
Really? Because I'm seeing a whale.
And that's everything I got for you today. I'm going to do my best to not strangle myself with this spare HDMI cord next time I'm failing so hard to actually get it in.